Alrighty, now I can do a proper review of Rise of Skywalker. So, over the past week, everybody has been bitching about the movie. Yeah, it's been bad. I have seen so much negativity on Twitter, Facebook, mostly Twitter and Facebook for the most part. Twitter the worst. I've seen people bitch about how there's no plot. There, had something on my finger. Um, People have bitched about how there's no plot. It's a train wreck. It's a dumpster fire. um, they couldn't follow it. One of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen on Twitter was that somebody actually said they didn't understand why there wasn't any sex scene for Rey and Kylo. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Fan base is fucking stupid. I mean, for me, when I first watched it, I was completely speechless. Like, I finished it. I was like, oh my god, I was in tears. I was perplexed. I was excited. I was blown away. And I'd caught the tail end of the credits. Fuck off Twitter. And I saw that Kanan was in it. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, like no fucking way. So I was like, yeah, watching it again. And I took my sister to see it. Me and her watched it in D-Box motion seating. Beautiful. So much fun. Best bonding moment ever. Best Christmas present ever for her too. Um, but like I get people's problems with the movie. I do, but I don't really see it that much. Because I don't, overanalyze the fuck out of everything. But, there are issues. It's super fast paced. Like if you can't handle a fast paced, frenetic film, don't watch it. And I mean that because some people can't handle, that kind of a pace in a film where it's like that. So, it's understandable if you can't handle that kind of pace. People have complained about how Rose didn't get a lot of screen time. Um, a lot of characters didn't get a lot of screen time. One thing I'm disappointed about, and I'm not mad about it. Like, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. There's, I fucking hate this movie. It's a piece of shit. Everybody can fucking die. And there's me. I'm just like, I'm just disappointed. What has me disappointed is there were no Starhawks. Although somebody I talked to on Twitter said there was one Starhawk. Might have been a mistake, but it looked like a Starhawk in the battle where all the ships were gathered in the corner. There was supposedly a Starhawk there. I'm like, okay. So I guess when I go see it again, because I saw it twice, I might go see it a third time. I don't know yet. We'll find out. I'll look for it. But the one thing that there's a lot of things with this. Like there's a lot to consider with this movie. It is the end of the Skywalker saga. Thank Christ. Mm. It is also, the last time we'll see Carrie Fisher on screen. May she rest in peace. And it's the end of the OT, so that's a plus. Um, a lot of things that I have seen in films and stuff, I really enjoy. With Rise of Skywalker, it was the pace, which was really fucking nice. Dude, that pace was so fast. Before I saw it, my friend in Ireland told me, don't go to the bathroom. You will miss everything important. Like, so, opening weekend, I'm watching it. I lean up to stretch and I feel a shit coming on. And I'm like, oh god, I gotta go take a shit. And then something happened that was important, and the rest of the film, I held my shit. I'm so proud of myself. Oh my god, another big thing. There were no fucking babies. Yeah, no babies. No babies. It was so nice. Oh my god. Oh, man, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You go to an opening night premiere, some idiot brings their baby into the theater. That shit pisses me off. So I was happy about that. Some theater chains, they actually ban kids until a certain time in the day. Wish my theater did that. That'd be nice. What else did I like about Rise of Skywalker? Said the pace. The tone was amazing. Rey getting her lightsaber, finally. That was nice. Oh, man, that was so fucking nice. I was like, yes, she's got her own lightsaber. And we got Reylo. That was awesome. That moment, that was like, man, it was powerful. A lot of the shit in the film was so strong and powerful. And the trailers were so misleading, and I love that. Because everybody was like, oh god, 3PO's gonna die. I better not see C3PO die on the big screen. I'm gonna boycott Disney. I'm like, grow the fuck up. God. I swear, I have seen so many fucking bitches crying and niggling online about how the movie is not, it hurt their childhood. They're gonna boycott Disney. They're gonna burn their merchandise that they have. You know how stupid you look when you say that shit? I'm gonna burn all my Star Wars collectibles because this movie sucks. It ruined my childhood. Nobody gives a fuck. You're the one burning it. Faggot. Oh, man. What else was nice? Seeing the Knights of Ren finally, but like their screen time was cut short. Like everybody's screen time was cut short. Rose was on there, according to an expert, over, let's see, she was on the screen for like a minute 16 total. The Knights of Ren didn't get much screen time either. The Sith Troopers didn't get much screen time either. They did, but not in terms of, you know, what all their abilities were and shit. That's what I look for. Like, you know, what are all their abilities? I was looking forward to Knights of Ren, seeing what their abilities were too. The new locations were phenomenal. The how they handled Leia, that was gorgeous. That was really well handled and whatnot. And somebody was actually offended by that. I feel weird about seeing her on this big screen. It's wrong. She shouldn't be in it. Then don't go watch it. God. I swear, people complain about the dumbest shit. Let's see. Palpatine. Like, I'm not a fan of the OT at all. I'm really not a fan of the OT at all. I'm not. But, like, you don't really need to bring everything into it and whatnot. Like, it was cool how they brought him back into the fold, I guess, but, could have left his ass dead and done something different. And then having the climax between Rey and Kylo, that was amazing as well. There was something. There's a lot to digest from that. Because the movie was so fast paced and frenetic, and I'm like, fuck, man. It was a lot to keep up with, and the way they handled. Let me see. People were mad because they didn't have Rose and Finn's romance go anywhere. Well, I mean, like, I kind of get why it didn't go anywhere because, you know, it was a fangirl moment for her. And that's pretty much explained. Go away, Twitter. Explained in, you know, the expanded edition for Last Jedi. And I'm waiting for the expanded edition of Rise of Skywalker, too, because I want to see, you know, what was cut out and everything, and how that, you know, measures up to the movie. Because everybody was so mad about... See, this is what's so funny about the fandom. Everybody flip-flops. When Last Jedi came out, everybody fucking hated it or loved it. And they wanted to blame Rian Johnson for how bad it is. Well, you can't blame Rian Johnson without blaming Carrie Fisher. I'm sorry, you can't, because Ryan has said Carrie helped him work the movie and bring it to life. So if you want to blame Ryan, you got to blame a dead person too. Sorry, it's not that simple. You can't just, cherry pick who you're going to be mad at. I mean, nobody deserves hate for something they brought to life. Honestly, they don't. It's stupid and it's petty. It's one of the most pettiest things you can do is hate somebody because they ruin your childhood. Don't fucking watch it. Write your own fanfic. Damn. It's like it's so dense how people get mad about shit. Um, I think everybody's story arc was really good. Finding different things out, like finding out Poe was a spice runner. That was cool. That was interesting because it kind of shows in his character now when you go back and look at how he looks and whatnot, and how he's got that glazed over expression most of the time. Like it makes sense why he looks and his demeanor. That's what I'm thinking of. How he carries himself and whatnot. Ooh, that felt good. But yeah, like it makes sense. Zori didn't get a lot of screen time either. That was kind of a bummer. I was actually looking forward to seeing what she could do. Chewie got his fucking medal. God, that was so fucking funny. And I watched the OT recently, and I laughed at that shit. I tried to watch. I watched it. I don't care for it. Um, and I'm like, well, maybe they didn't give him a medal because they're xenophobic. Makes sense to me. But that's just my 2 cents on that shit. What else was there? I'm doing this because I'm like sorting through everything that I can remember from the movie. The tread speeder, that was awesome. I can't believe people actually bitched about how it's not Star Wars. Really? Are you shitting me? Like you can't handle change? Yet there was a sandcrawler from the OT that had treads on it, and you can't handle a simple tread speeder? Oh, idiots. I swear, man. I lied. This is why I'm not a hardcore fan. If I was a hardcore fan, I'd probably be arrested for throwing death threats out and shit. I'm gonna mail a bomb to KK's house and John Favreau's house too, and Ryan Johnson and Mark Hamill, cause they ruined my childhood. And then I'm gonna do something to Billy Lord too. Idiots. I swear, people get so fucking offended by the dumbest shit. It's like, grow up. You're a grown ass man. Quit crying. Damn. Ugh. And I never see women complaining about Star Wars. Not really. I never do. Most of the complaining I see is from a bunch of dudes who can't handle change. Like, okay. You survived divorces, child support, job loss, being unemployed, being broke, being poor, whatever the fuck else. You'll survive. You're okay. I didn't have an issue with the lesbian kiss. I really didn't. It's like, whatever. It's commonplace today. I'm used to that. But I know a lot of people are pissed because they don't like LGBT representation in their movies. Because it goes against their imaginary character that they worship every Sunday. Brings me to another point. Fucking 1 million moms. It's related. It's so funny. They're pissed at Netflix because their depiction of Jesus as a closeted gay is offensive to them. How are you gonna be offended by an imaginary character who happens to be a fudge packer? Really? You're offended by that? Seriously? Grow up! Bunch of closeted Karens. She's so beautiful, but I love my husband. Oh, I live a hetero life. I can't have these kinds of feelings. Fuck you. You experimented in college, don't lie. Dio. I love Dio. He's funny. I like Dio and I like Baby Frick. He's awesome. I love that. Um, yeah, that was about it. Like the whole movie as a whole, like first time viewing it, if you're not, like I said, if you're not used to that frenetic, fast-paced stuff, it's gonna, it's gonna warp your mind for a little bit. You're like, what the fuck did I just watch? um, um, but if, like for me, like if you're a dedicated fan, or if you're not dedicated, if you're any kind of Star Wars fan, because here's the thing, you can be a fan of any fandom you like. You are allowed to like any part of that fandom that you love so much. You don't have to like everything that people tell you to like, you know? You can choose what you like. You can love what you like. You can express that without anyone telling you otherwise. Plain and simple. Nobody is going to hold a gun to your head and say, you have to like this or you're not a real fan. Fuck those people. They have no goddamn life whatsoever. So if you see the movie, if you watch Rise of Skywalker, you'll like it. Or you might not like it. It's your choice, you can formulate your own opinions. Easy as that. If you need a website to tell you how to formulate an opinion, you need help. If you can do it on your own, good job. You know how to talk. You know how to formulate your own shit. You know how to do proper decision making. You know right from wrong. What else? So, like, for me, the film starting out is like an 11 because they incorporated so many fucking throwbacks. Oh my god. Let's see, there was the Clone Wars throwback with Dark Rey with the double-bladed lightsaber that locked into place. That was beautiful. Oh, that was so beautiful. That should have had more though. I was so hoping for more on that. Because like, damn, she's gonna go dark side. Yes. It was a vision. So yeah, I'm gonna have to label this a spoiler review. But yeah. Um Yeah, like straight up, it's an 11 out of 10. But after watching it, it's an 8 out of 10 because there's so many references. There's Paul and Krell with the double-bladed lightsaber. There's Return of the Jedi throwback. What else was there? Fuck off, Gun Pro. Damn, stupid apps. Dark Empire. Force Unleashed. Hell, we even got a Ahsoka Tano in the movie. That made me so excited. I was in tears hearing that. I was like, oh man. They're like, the Ahsoka wasn't in the movie. I would have seen her. You're not a fan. You're lying. Bitch, watch the fucking credits and pay attention to when Rey says, be with me. Because there is a plethora of voices that were in that. And that there's actually a link for it. Because somebody actually went back, and there's been tons of videos on YouTube as well. So if you're trying to avoid spoilers, you're fucked. But yeah, like among them voices was Mace, Alia, Yoda, Ahsoka, Kanan, Who else was in that? I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. Did I? Oh yeah, Luke too. I forgot about that. I forget things. Um, there was a lot to it, and there's so much that was, thrown into it with, all the callbacks to everything. It was amazing how much stuff that JJ got into that was amazing, and people were pissed because it what was it? It nullified. Wait, somebody tagged me on Twitter saying that it didn't that Tross undid everything Force Awakens and Last Jedi built up, and I'm like, that's bullshit. So I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna come back to that. All right, stay tuned.